Hey guys, what's up? It's Carlos from Daily Carry Solutions here with a quick video that I wanted to do on the Civivi Elementum. And the reason why I did this is because recently, after this whole coronavirus thing ended up finally allowing the import of Chinese goods into the US and allowed the warehouses to get restocked with must-have models from Civivi knives, they finally brought back the Elementum. Now, I did a glowing review on the Elementum. I freaking loved it. The version that was provided to me by the Apex Passeron was fantastic. I have nothing at all that's bad to say about that particular knife. But then they went ahead and they came out with a variant in S35vn. Guys, why did they have to do that? Why did they have to make me spend my money? This is going to be a bit of a quick video because I'm not going to do a complete overview of this knife. I've already done that, and if you haven't seen it yet, I will go ahead and place it towards the end of this video. So if you want to go ahead and at the end of this video, just go straight to that. It will be a button that is on this side. Okay, so just a little talk about this guy. Before I do that, I will give you some other knives that are in the size range. First and foremost, that is the Atmos from Kershaw. This is the BladeHQ Tex L. That's an Adam Purvis design. Really good knife, by the way. What else do we have here? This is the Kershaw Bare Knuckle. Okay. And the QSP Penguin. Okay. And let's see here. SAR Terminus XR. Okay. Spyderco UK pen knife. And what else do we have? Yeah. All right, let's do another Civivi. Civivi Backlash. Shouldn't have chosen that one. That was an all black one. All right, that's a do-over. That's the Blacklash. This is the Civivi Dogma. Okay. All right, so there you go. As far as size is concerned, that'll give you more or less what kind of gauge how big this particular knife is. Now, it's kind of interesting that I actually brought this as one of the last knives to go ahead and check out because this is a knife that I have been using in the office for a very long time. Okay. And I like it because not only is it a non-locking knife, but it's, quality blade steel. It was a great price from Spyderco, deep carry clip, made in the USA. Now, this almost checks all of those boxes. It's thin. It actually has a lock that the UK pen knife doesn't have. It has a deep carry clip, which is actually more robust than this wire carry clip. It actually has a placement for a lanyard. This one is tapped for left and right. This one is not. Okay, so that is something. There are a variety of different finishes and, different variants for this one, way more than the Spyderco UK pen knife, but this is made in China and this is made in the US. Now, one other thing that I did notice, which this kind of had a little bit more of a pro than the Elementum, was that the Elementum with the scales that I had, I think they were the wood scales. I forget which version. I think it was just the ebony wood. They were a little bit thicker than the profile on this particular knife, which, as you can see, which is just basically FRN. That makes this a bit sturdier of a knife because it does have steel liners. But in this case, what they've done was they re-released this with the natural G10 or the Jade G10 scales. You can actually see the skeletonizing if you look very closely. Actually, here, let me see if I can show that off there. You can actually see, and where's my flashlight? I'll be able to show it to you a little bit easier if I just do this. Okay, you can see the skeletonization in the entire knife, and I think that is so cool. Okay, makes it very thin, but aside from that, the G10 scales are actually a bit thinner on this version. This is probably the thinnest version of the Elementum that you will find on the market, if you can find it, because unfortunately when BladeHQ came out with it, it sold out, immediately, as you can imagine. This version of the Elementum was going for about $79.99. So if you happen to see this on the secondary market, yeah, $79.99 is really what it costs. Okay. And that's not what people are going to pay for. They're going to pay for a lot more because, oh my God, Civivi and S35vn and I deep carry clip and the Jade G10 and I have to have it. Well, guess what, guys? You all suffer. If you're going to pay that, you all suffer from something called FOMO, fear of missing out. And guys, there's always going to be something better. Okay, but that's why content creators are around, so they can show you that new, and so you can go ahead and spend your hard-earned cash, just like we do on a lot of stuff, because I did pay for this, okay? I paid for all of this goodness. Now, there is one thing that I did not like about this particular knife, and I didn't realize it until I received it in the mail, because even the listing itself from BladeHQ was deceiving. I got it and I'm like, okay, cool. They have the Jade G10, okay. S35vn, ooh, sexy. Stonewash blade, click, add to cart, click, purchase, click, priority shipping, send that bastard to me. I thought that this was going to be stonewash, and lo and behold, it's like a matte, very light matte bead blast. Not a fan, guys, not a fan, but I will tell you, maybe you can see it down here on the flipper tab. That right there, that denotes the fact that it is S35vn. So what they've done basically is they've created a sterile, okay, natural Jade G10 Civivi Elementum. Everything about this knife, from the liners to the pocket clip to the screws to the pivot and the blade, even this part right here with the C, everything has been sandblasted. It's very finely sandblasted. Okay, but on the listing it said stonewash, and it pissed me off because I was like, God damn it, I wanted a stonewash one and I got a sandblast. I gotta tell you, it's very, or a bead blast, it's very, it's on a lower tier. If I was looking for preferred washes, I'd like, you know, satin wash, you know, stonewash, acid wash, you know, black wash, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever. And then like towards the bottom, there's bead blast, you know, or you know, sandblast or whatever you want to call it. Some call it bead blast, and then like DLC coated. That's how it goes. And so I'm like, oh, awesome. What a shame. Really, it's how I feel. It's a great knife, and I don't discourage anybody from getting one of these, but I'm going to be completely honest. Do not be surprised if I end up getting rid of this, because the truth is there are other Civivi knives that are beautiful, that are a little bit cheaper, that I know that I'm going to use. One of them being this guy right here, the Dogma. I have also done a review on this recently. Beautiful knife. The shape on this is amazing. Yeah, it's V2 steel, but they do have variants that are coming out with copper and 154 cm, if I'm not mistaken. And granted, that's not S35vn, but in any case, you know, it's a step in the right direction. And I got to applaud Civivi for that. So that's my overview on this particular knife. It's great if you like it. I mean, it's probably going to be a nice collector's piece. It's the first, if I'm not mistaken, that has ever come out from Civivi with S35vn. Very few were made, and this is probably going to collect quite a premium on the secondary market. So if you're one of the people that ends up getting this knife because I sold it to you, and I find out that you sold it on the secondary knife to, the secondary market to make a little dough, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Just like, you know, I can call you out on the channel. So, yeah. That being said, guys, if you choose to sell it, if you choose to carry it, if you just choose to keep it in your safe, just remember, guys, if you EDC, think of DCS. That's my review on the Civivi Elementum in S35vn. Great knife, just maybe not for me. See you guys next time. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and look for a normal variant of this guy and see what I can do with this one on the secondary market for a fair price, of course.